When do the feds meet? Why do they meet? What do they talk about? And is it important to you that you keep up with all the information that the feds have to say? Well, we're going to cover that in today's video, but first, let's shed some light on the subject. And with that, we can sit down and get a better camera angle. The feds, they do meet up to 8 times a year, and if not more, depending on how the economy is, if it's at where it needs to be. The meeting usually lasts 2 full days, and it starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What exactly do the feds talk about? The feds talk about 5 major bullet points, first of which is going to be monetary policy. Second is supervision and regulation. The third is financial stability. And the fourth is payment systems. And the fifth is economic research. You're probably wondering, what are those 5? I don't exactly know. Well, let's dive into it, okay? So the first one being conducting monetary policy. What is monetary policy? The dictionary definition of monetary policy is a set of tools that a nation central bank has available to promote sustainable economic growth by controlling the overall supply of money that is available to the nation's banks, its consumers, and its businesses. So, okay, let's slow down a little bit and let's put this in more simple terms that we can all understand. This is as if the feds have a wand, right? Imagine you're Harry Potter and you have a wand that can control the economy. And things that you can do with this said wand is be able to control interest rates, money supply, inflation, and unemployment, as well as the exchange rates. This is all in an effort to keep things balanced in the force economy. I was getting carried away with the wand, okay? Why do the feds do this? The Federal Reserve sets U.S. monetary policy to promote maximum employment and stable prices in the U.S. economy. Okay, so this is something that's very important, but of course there can be a lot of controversy of how much wand waving they get away with and do, and it can be good or bad for the everyday person like you and me. The second bullet point is financial stability. What is it? So, financial stability is a condition in which the financial system functions smoothly and confidently. Financial stability means the financial intermediaries, markets, and market infrastructures are capable of withstanding shocks and imbalances. Financial stability also means that the financial system meets the needs of average families and businesses to borrow, save, and invest. Financial stability allows people to live a comfortable life without worrying about money as much. This kind of speaks for itself. As we can see, they just want to make sure that we're getting the easiest possible way of financial, but of course we can't just all be rich, okay? So, but we need financial stability because what's going to be happening is the entire economy is going to be like a jet, right? And it's going to have turbulence, it's going to go up, it's going to go down, and it might just spin right out of control like you see in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Nobody knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in fucking circles.
And it's not just all based off the stock market, but it's based off of how businesses are doing, how consumers, how much they're spending, what they're spending money on. It has to make sure that everything tries to stay as balanced as possible, like the Jedi and the Sith, and Anakin can bring balance to the Force. The next bullet point that they talk about is going to be manage financial activities. What does manage financial activities mean for you and me? Financial management means planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the financial activities such as procurement and utilization of general management principles to financial resources of the enterprise. The Federal Reserve promotes the safety and soundness of individual financial institutions and monitors their impact on the financial system as a whole. Well, what does this mean? And why do they talk about it? Why do the feds talk about the managing financial activities at an individual level? It's to maintain balance, like we talked about earlier. Protection support to ensure that institutions are not taking advantage of you, or me for that matter, and that everything is going smoothly and that nobody gets too much power. The next bullet point that we're going to talk about is fostering payment and settlement system safety and efficiency. This is a good one. So what does this mean? Why do the feds talk about it? So it means that ensuring the ways we pay for things are reliable, secure, and smooth. smooth like shooting a gun. Okay, so the Federal Reserve works to promote a safe, efficient, and accessible system for the US dollar transactions, okay? Why do the feds talk about this? Well, I think it's pretty obvious why, right? We want our money to be safe. We want it to be secure, and when we need to make a transaction, it's very important that it gets through very efficiently. That can be like using your credit, using your debit, using your cash to even just go over the counter, okay? There's a lot of different ways that we have money circulating right now to pay for things, and all of which need to be super safe, super fast, and super reliable. The next bullet point we're going to cover that the feds talk about is promoting consumer protection and community development. What does this mean? Fed promotes consumer protection and community development. The Federal Reserve advances supervision, community reinvestment, and research to improve understanding of the impacts of financial services policies and practices on consumers and communities. Basically, what they're saying here is that they're trying to make sure that everything is protected within a community, but yet it can still be growing, ever growing. They don't want a community, they don't want the entire economy to always become stagnant. It needs to be ever growing and making sure that money is getting reinvested, businesses are growing and expanding, the consumers continue to spend money to make that community grow. There's always room for growth. And they don't want to have the economy become stagnant. Why do the feds talk about promoting consumer protection and community development? This is to protect the consumer, you and me. That's why it's important to talk about. It's because it's their main source right there, right? You and me, people like you and me, create most and all of America. We are the working bees. We are the biggest consumers. We're the ones going out and spending the most money to reinvest it at a large scale, right? And so it's very important that we are protected as the consumers and that we can help this community and the entire economy grow. That's why it's important that the feds talk about it and see where they need to be with promoting consumer protection and community development. With that being said, these are the 5 bullet points that the feds talk about in their meetings. Does that beg the question, is it important that you tune in to their YouTube channel and watch these entire full segments when they meet? Or you can go and read it for yourself at their website that I'll also have linked in the description, and I'll have a pinned comment with both the links to their YouTube channel and to their website, so you can see when they're meeting, you can see the summaries and everything that they talk about. Is it important that you do this? No. Does it matter to you? Yes, it's actually super important to you because they're talking about interest rates. They're talking about how the economy is being controlled and what you could expect in the next few months until they meet again. And this is a good way of knowing a little bit of knowledge and getting a summary of being able to know where to put your money, what to expect, and how you can operate and organize and essentially do what they're doing, but at your everyday level, right? You want your household to ever be growing. You want to be continuing your money growth. You want to have a happy family, a safe, secure family, protected family, and you want to do it at the individual level. So it is very important that you know about when they're meeting, because that's could be a big change from interest rates going here to interest rates going down here. And you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of the good times and putting your money in the right place at the right time for the right length of time in order to fully encompass everything that you can, because the feds will be constantly making changes when they meet and seeing where things are in the economy. This is super important for people like you and me that most people probably don't even know that they should be keeping up on, so that way you are more prepared in your everyday life of how to manage your own money and what moves that you should be taking in your life, right? This is all risk management that you should be aware of. I hope you found this video very informational. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, all right? And I'll have another video here for you to watch.